Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So for all my new viewers out there, please look at this picture right now and realize that it's not my intention to bully or harass people online. I'm just a super honest, blunt, honest gay twink, and it's 2024. So everybody knows what a femboy is. So that's me. So again, don't be a Karen and judge how I make my videos. And that being said, subscribe if you're interested in my personality and the topics that I talk about, including this one. So I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna be talking about the whole new Are You Sure? BTS, like Jimin and Jungkook's new series going on that's going to be on Disney Plus, which I am very, very, very shocked that it's going to be on an American network, because if you guys live in North America, or if you don't know, Disney Plus is like a North American TV channel. So it recently came out, actually. I used to actually work at a call center, believe it or not, like many, many years ago. And I would always get calls asking if I can hook them up with Disney Plus for my internet service providers. So it was actually like it's actually new. Well, not really. Disney Plus has been out for like 5-6 years now, but to me that's still new, because I grew up just watching basic TV that just has all of the North American channels like Fox, NBC, CBS, all that fun stuff. So Disney Plus is like new, still. But anyways, yeah, so it's a North American channel only, I believe. And usually when BTS releases vlogs and TV series like this, where they make the BTS members vlog their life and they go out and to different cities and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't even call this like a TV show. Like, this is just the typical run BTS, because all the armies know that back in the day, BTS would do episodes like this and air it on the internet. And basically it would get millions and millions of views from us army fans from all over the world. So I'm so shocked that this is going to be on Disney Plus. It's not just going to be on the internet, it's going to be on Disney Plus. So it's basically going to be a run episode of BTS, but it's going to be like a whole TV series. So it's going to just involve around Jungkook and Jimin just being friends and just traveling the world together in different cities. And obviously the only reason why I'm saying this is because they put out a trailer that I already watched 20 times, and I screamed the very, very first time I watched it. That's how excited that I was. So I want the armies to know that I am a true army. So if you're an army as well, please, please, please subscribe to my channel so I can continue to make more BTS content, because literally BTS is ever since COVID started, BTS hasn't really been making any content. And also all the guys of BTS, they live in Korea, obviously, and in Korea the law is really, really fucked up there, because when you're a guy and you're the age of 27, you must join. It doesn't matter what sexual orientation you are. Even if you're a transgender woman and you were born a male, you still have to fucking go and serve the army for a year or two, and at least. And that's just so that's slavery, because North America, I live in Canada, but USA and Canada, and I'm pretty sure everywhere else in the world, don't force the guys to join the army for a year or two. That's, and especially 26 and 27, that to me that's still young. So I know so many North American Canadian people, guys that age, that I know that if they were to join the army, they would fail miserably, and they would probably, I don't even want to say, but you know what I mean? So why is it that Korea is forcing guys to join the army? That's slavery to me. That's not cool. So I feel so sorry, because obviously BTS members, they had to join the army because they're all above that age now. So even Jungkook, who is the youngest. So basically Jin started first because he's the oldest. I think he's still in the army now. I'm not sure, but I think he's willingly still in the army. But ever since Jin left for the army, BTS hasn't really been making run BTS episodes like they usually do. So literally that just sucks for all the male idols of Korea, because what if it's just it's gonna just ruin their whole fucking band, because their K-pop band, because BTS is a K-pop band. And like I said, ever since they joined the army, they haven't been, updating their fans with new music or anything like that. The last album came out 4 years ago, and that's a long ass time, considering that BTS usually makes 2 albums per year. So I do feel like this is the end of BTS era for now. Like we haven't heard anything from BTS for like 3 years now. So and I'm just really thankful that like my bias has always been Jimin, because obviously I'm a flamboyant gay guy and Jimin is a flamboyant guy as well. So he used to be a ballerina, his signature look is his blonde hair. He looks like fucking Draco Malfoy, but like a twink version. Like when people think of Jimin, they think of him as like the blonde hair. So, I'm happy that he's still making music and so many people are still focusing on Jimin, and he's kind of like the Beyonce of BTS, because you know how like Beyonce left Destiny's Child and she became a superstar. That's how Jimin is. Hold on, my stupid fucking neighbor is like nosy as fuck and they're listening to me right now. I have to pause the video really fast. Okay, I am so sorry if that was like unprofessional. Like to you guys, that was only like a quarter of a second, but for me, that was like fucking 3 minutes, because surprise, surprise. Okay, I have to fucking pause this fucking subject really fast. So for all my new viewers out there, I live in Canada, obviously. I live by myself in a bachelor apartment. I've been living here for many, many years. And unfortunately, I have like really, really fucking nosy neighbors. And like every single time that I like make voice recordings like this, they'll open their door and they'll listen to me. And my neighbor literally just like, I didn't talk for the past 12 hours, believe it or not. Like this is the first recording I've done in 12 hours because I do other recordings. And the moment I fucking talk, surprise, surprise, my neighbor opens his fucking door and he pretends that he's going to like the mailbox, because in the lobby, obviously in apartment buildings, there's a mailbox, but he'll just like, he's nosy. So like he'll listen to my fucking conversations. And guys, nosy neighbors are the worst motherfuckers in the world. Seriously, like, I'm just so pissed off because now I lost track of my fucking topic that I was talking about. I'm sorry, like, I'm so fucking mad right now. But anyways, I'm gonna continue because, I'm not a bad person. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm talking about BTS, so I don't give a shit. Because my neighbor, he's like he hates me for some strange reason, because, like, he thinks that I'm a bad person because I'm gay. I think he's, like, homophobic. So I don't know. He like every time I see him, he always gives me dirty looks, and he can go fuck himself. And then he'll like listen to my fucking conversations. That's the type of neighbor that I have. So please make sure that he gets hit by a car and dies. Seriously, thank you. But literally, I'm gonna continue on and wish forever bad karma on him, so I don't have to deal with him anymore. Thank you guys. Amen. Okay, I'm gonna move on because this is like life. This is real life shit, So I'm gonna continue talking about BTS. I'm sorry if I sound unprofessional. Like, this is my fucking life, okay? Like, when you grow up, to all the young people listening to me right now, you're gonna have to deal with situations where, like, you're gonna have to live on your own or live with roommates, or just, like, where you have just nosy fucking neighbors and they're just gonna try to invade your privacy and they're gonna try to, like, fucking ruin your whole vibe and bully you, but you have to keep on going. So I'm gonna keep on going, and I'm not fucking scared, but I'm gonna continue on with BTS. So literally, Jimin and Jungkook are doing this whole Run BTS series, but it's going to be on Disney Plus, like I said. And like I said, I freaked the fuck out. I screamed out loud when I first saw the trailer. I watched it like 20 times. And basically, Jimin and Jungkook are traveling to different cities across the world. And I think it's going to be like a 7-episode series. And you're damn right, I'm going to be making every single episode, I'm going to be doing a review because I love Jimin. So this is just so fucking, makes me so fucking happy. But oh yeah, as I was saying before my fucking neighbor rudely interrupted me, fucking piece of shit. Literally, so Beyonce was like the freaking star of Destiny's Child. And then she left Destiny's Child, and then she became like a superstar, and she won like so many Grammys. She has the record of the most amount of Grammy awards. And I feel like that's like the same thing with Jimin, because Jimin is like the star of BTS, and he's going to just become the next Beyonce, basically. Like, he released his solo album and it was #2 on Billboard. Like, how amazing is that? And I'm really hoping that the second album that he makes, he does. Yo, you guys, my fucking neighbor is like out in the fucking hallway again. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm really fucking pissed off. This is the second time, and you guys heard the fucking wheelchair or the fucking beeping noise in the background, that's my fucking nosy ass fucking Asian neighbor who's like a fucking 80-year-old like straight douchey fucking nosy ass piece of shit man who like leaves his like fucking shit in the hallway, and like he'll like open the door whenever anybody like talks. Like, it's not just me, because I'm always thinking that he's like targeting me, but he has mental illnesses, because literally every time like other people are talking like on the phone, like, because I live in an apartment complex, right? So like in my building, there's obviously, you guys know what an apartment complex is, right? So you live on the floor, and each floor, like, I have like several neighbors around me, you know? So I've heard complaints about other people talking about like my neighbor, who is like this white woman. She's amazing, but she has been complaining as well that he will like open the door whenever she's like talking on the phone, because he wants to like eavesdrop into people's conversations. And it's just, he's a fucked up individual. So just please, like, fuck, I'm just really pissed off right now. I'm sorry if I'm like flabbergasted right now. I'm just, because I haven't talked for 12 fucking hours, and the moment I fucking talk, he'll open his fucking door and he'll pretend that he's like doing something. Like, he'll stay in the hallway for like 5 minutes, but he's literally just like listening to people's conversations, because my other neighbor, who's a white woman who is so fucking amazing, I love her. She's like this 70-year-old white woman, I don't know, but like, she is really, really cool. She minds her own business. But yeah, she's been complaining as well that he fucking eavesdrops on her conversation as well. So like I said, it's not just me. Like, this motherfucker needs to get hit by a truck and die. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get demonetized, but he needs to fucking die and mind his own fucking business. So that being fucking said, please pray for me that I fucking can control myself, because this motherfucker needs to be I'm gonna fucking chop his head off, I swear to God, because he's been doing this for many, many years. Like, he's eavesdropping into people's conversations, you know? You always hear about that one fucking fucked up neighbor who just can't mind their own fucking business and will listen to everybody's conversation on the phone, because we live very close to each other. So like, obviously when we're talking on the phone really, really loud or something like that, if you're in the hallway, you can hear. And that's what he does. He stays in the fucking hallway and he just listens to people's fucking conversations. So sorry if I am like sounding unprofessional. This guy needs to get hit by a truck and fucking die. Seriously, so please make sure that happens. Thank you. I'm going to continue talking about BTS, because my love for BTS isn't going to stop me. All the armies understand. So subscribe if you believe in me and you are with me. So that being fucking said, I'm going to be continuing on. So where the fuck was I? Yeah, so Jimin, and like, he joined what the fuck am I talking about? I'm so fucking frustrated right now. Hold on. Where the fuck was I off? So Jimin and Jungkook were... Oh yeah, so basically Jimin, he should be the next Beyonce. And basically, he and Jungkook are literally visiting like United States. So the first clip shows them on the yacht, and they're like fishing in the USA. I'm not sure what city they're in or state, but they're definitely in the USA, because they're doing like the whole thing that they always do with Run BTS, where they go to stores and then they like randomly ask people, or people ask them, do you know BTS? Do you know BTS? And there was a clip of Jungkook or some lady asking Jungkook if she knows who BTS is, and he's like, no. And then he just left, and then like Jimin left with them, and it was so fucking funny. I laughed out loud when I saw that. And then also, the first part of the trailer, Jimin unfortunately had his black hair. So whenever Jimin like has his black hair, it doesn't really suit his persona, because when people think of Jimin, they think of Jimin with the blonde hair. You know, I'm sorry if this wasn't where I left off. As you can tell, my fucking nosy neighbor like was in the hallway for 5 fucking minutes, and I just lost train of thought, because I'm not going to continue to fucking talk while he is in the fucking hallway listening to me, you know? So I'm sorry if I am not starting off where I left off. Forgive me. Just like I said, wish that my fucking neighbor gets hit by a truck and dies, seriously, so I don't have to deal with this shit anymore. But anyways, so I basically watched the trailer like 20 times, like I said, and just the black hair doesn't suit Jimin's personality. Like the blonde hair suits his personality perfect. So Jimin does fortunately have blonde hair towards the end of the trailer because I guess this whole TV series, Run BTS series that they're doing, probably lasted a year because I know how Jimin works. Like he'll dye his hair blonde after having his hair black for like 6 months. So like he always changes his hair color, and obviously he originally has black hair, so his black hair is gonna grow in, and then he'll like be too lazy to change it back to blonde. So he'll keep the black hair for a while, and then after like a year or so, like he'll change it back to blonde. So all the armies know what I'm talking about. So I guess like this whole series took like a year or maybe more to make because the first part of the trailer, Jimin had his black hair, and then the second part of the trailer, when they were at the ski resort, Jimin had his blonde hair. So I was really, really happy to see that Jimin is going to be having his blonde hair in some of the episodes because, like I said, that's his persona, that's his style. When people think of Jimin, they think of him as like that blonde hair, like Draco Malfoy looking twinkish, like ballerina boy. And that's why we love him, because he's so fucking beautiful when he has blonde hair and he looks like a different person. And so basically, so when they were at the ski resort, I'm not sure if they were in USA or not. Maybe, I don't know, but like they go to different cities. It's not just USA. I think there was a clip where they were in like some Western, or not Western, European city or something like that. Or maybe they were in like freaking Korea. I don't know, but it's not just like USA. They go to different cities, and basically it's just going to be like them being friends and like going scuba diving together. There was a scene where they're on a boat and they went scuba diving and they were like hugging each other, and it was so fucking cute in the water. And I'm just really fucking excited, okay? So basically, like, I'm going to be making a reaction video for every single episode that comes out. And also, like, I don't know when it comes out because at the end of the trailer, I could be wrong, but I didn't see, like, a release date. Because usually at the end of, like, movie trailers or TV trailers or anything like that, there's always, like, a release date when it's going to be coming out, but they didn't show when it's going to be coming out. So I'm just like sad because I really want to know, like I want it to be like tomorrow, basically. So I don't know. That's basically it. And I just want to quickly say that I actually did make a recording of this, like, and it was 20 minutes long, and this was like 12 hours ago because the trailer already released, like it's been a day now, basically. So the thing is, like, I fucking didn't know that my mic wasn't recording. So basically, all that 20 minutes was for nothing. So I was really pissed off. So yeah, today is just not a good day, basically. But I'm going to keep going because as a responsible adult, you have to keep going no matter what. That's just how life is, for real. So basically, I'm just really shocked that Jimin and Jungkook are so good, like, friends, and people are speculating that they're like secret lovers, and I wouldn't like doubt that. But like, and also like Jungkook, there was a scene where Jungkook was shirtless and he had like this huge fucking tattoo, and Jungkook is like really good looking, like he's buff as fuck, and he's like that macho manly guy that all the girls like want to be with. And the fact that he's so obsessed with like Jimin, who's like this flamboyant like twink, and he's obviously gay, like no offense, like I'm gay, like obviously I'm not like bashing him because he's gay, like it is what it is, like it's 2024, like the beginning of my intro says, like it's okay to be gay. So stop being a fucking Karen and saying that like, oh, you're being offensive, why are you calling Jimin gay? Fuck you, seriously. But literally, so I'm just shocked that like such a manly macho guy like Jungkook, like throughout all the BTS members, because Jimin is like the only flamboyant one there, you know, all the other members are like straight as fuck, and Jungkook is known to be like the alpha of the group. Like he's the one that goes boxing, he'll really like push his BTS members, be like, what do you do? Like he's just a bully, you know. And basically I'm shocked that he's so obsessed with Jimin and he loves Jimin as like a friend, if not more, I don't know. But it's just so crazy to see that interaction. And on top of that, Jungkook is like 2 years younger than Jimin, and he acts like he's like the daddy. Like if they're in a relationship, you know what I mean, Jungkook will act like he's like the daddy and boss, even though he's 2 years younger than Jimin, but he's like the macho guy, you know what I mean? So that chemistry right there just fascinates me so fucking much. And I just want to say that I remember watching BTS in the very beginning. I wasn't an ARMY at the very, 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 very beginning. I started watching it like 3 years after they formed, then they started getting recognition. But still early on, when they were like, when Jimin was like 21, I started watching because he joined the ARMY. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? He joined BTS when he was 19. And Jungkook joined BTS when he was 17. So Jungkook is the youngest member. And I remember watching clips on YouTube where they started, like, when they first started becoming a band, Jungkook was 17, Jimin was like 19. And Jimin has always been the same. Like, his personality is still the same now. But with Jungkook, he's completely different. From when he was 17, he's a completely different person physically and mentally. Like, that is no longer the same Jungkook. Because I remember watching, like, Jimin is always like the same as Jimin hasn't changed. He likes to hug people. So I remember there were scenes where Jimin would like try to hug Jungkook, and then Jungkook would literally just push Jimin out of the way like a fucking asshole. Be like, "What are you doing, bro?" And then now, like, after all these years later, fucking Jungkook is the one that's like hugging Jimin, and it's like complete opposite. So that right there shocks the shit out of me. This is why I'm so shocked to see Jungkook so obsessed with Jimin, because he first hated Jimin and now he fucking loves Jimin. Like, what the fuck is up with that? So I don't know. Like, I just have to say, like, if they are a couple, I wouldn't mind it, but I feel like Jimin deserves better because Jimin has always been friendly to Jungkook. You know, he hasn't changed, like I said. And just because, like, Jungkook has changed and he, like, realized that he shouldn't have been so fucking rude to Jimin, and now he wants to, like, be with Jimin, and it's like, bro, Jimin gave you a fucking chance. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyways, and even when, like, Jungkook, I don't fucking know, like, even V, because V and Jimin, they're the same age, like, V would let Jimin hug him. You know, like, Jimin would hug every single BTS member, but Jungkook would not let Jimin hug him. So that pissed me off to see that, because I'm like, bro, Jimin is just a friendly person. Why are you, like, pushing away? Because there's clips on YouTube you can see where, like, Jimin is trying to hug Jungkook and Jungkook's just pushing him away. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, leave Jimin alone. Like, and now he wants to be, like, friends with Jimin. Like, fuck off. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know. Jungkook, he's just changed, and Jimin has always been the same. So I think Jimin deserves better. I know this happened like so fucking long ago, but I feel like Jimin, if he's gonna be with someone, then he deserves better than Jungkook. And I know I'm gonna get so many fucking hate for that, but I don't fucking care. But I am fucking scrambling a lot. As you can tell, I've been watching BTS for like fucking over 7 years now. I'm a huge fucking ARMY fan, and I just like love them so much. But anyways, it's just sad that, like, ever since they joined the ARMY, that they can't, like, they're no longer like a band. Like, the last album that they released was like 4 years ago. So it's sad. It's obviously and clear that, like, they're no longer a group and they're doing their own solo thing now, which is fine. At least Jimin is doing his own solo thing, you know? So I'm just really fucking happy about this whole series, and I cannot wait to see the interaction when Jimin and Jungkook vlog, because they're still really popular, and of course they're gonna get a lot of fans like following them. And every single time the previous run episodes of BTS were out, one of the things that made me so excited is like them vlogging and stuff, and then them interacting with fans. Like, that to me, for some strange reason, makes me so happy. So I can't wait to see Jimin interact with fans as well as Jungkook, and it's just gonna be so fucking awesome, especially in USA. Like, USA ARMY is fucking crazy. So that being said, I'm sorry for this fucking video being so fucking long. You can blame my fucking neighbor for just. And don't you dare say that I'm fucking racist, because I've mentioned, like, in my previous videos before, that when my neighbor interrupted me, because, like I said, you can watch my previous videos, like, my neighbor always interrupts me, and I have always said he's like this weird ass fuck mentally ill, like, 70-year-old Asian man who just, like, sneaks into, like, the hallway and tries to eavesdrops into, like, people's conversations. And I've gotten comments like, "You're fucking racist, how dare you?" I'm like, fuck you. I'm talking about BTS. They're 100% Asian. How the fuck am I racist when I'm like saying that I love BTS, you know? If my neighbor was like a white man, I would be like a white man. If he was a black man, I would say black man. If he was an Indian man, I would say Indian man. Like, I'm not fucking racist. I'm just a specific blunt fucking person. So don't you dare be a fucking Karen to me. I'll fucking send you to hell forever. I'm like a black hole bitch. So literally, hence why my username is like a gay boy black hole. So subscribe if you're interested in my personality, and I just can't fucking wait to see the first fucking episode. I'm not excited to see Jimin with black hair because I don't like seeing him with black hair, but I'm still gonna watch it, and I'm still gonna make reaction videos. So that being said, I'm sorry once again, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up now, and I love you guys so fucking much. Subscribe.